Cheers, everybody. Welcome to the next episode of Drinking Tea with MK, or the Drinking Tea with MK podcast. And today, I don't have too much to talk about today. It's going to be a pretty chill episode. I did watch X-Men 97, so we're going to talk about that. I've been playing Kingdom Hearts in my off time, so we're going to be talking about that. And I finished Yakuza 0. I don't know if I talked about that last week, but I finished it for real this time. And I'm telling you, I'm not liking the short hair. I've gotten short hair now. If you saw my older TikToks, I had long hair at the front. I don't like having my forehead showing. I like long curly locks, man. It's not the barber's fault. It's a good cut. Like, I did like it when I got it initially, but I hate getting my hair cut because I like when I grow it out. I like the curly kind of mullet style thing I got going on. I like it quite a bit. You can't see the back. The back is my favorite bit, and you can't see it, so it's very unfortunate. But I'm desperately missing my long hair at the front, because that means I have to be more careful how it looks, because there's little bald spots if I don't comb it over properly, which is annoying. Even though it's not a bald spot, it's just shorter hair than the rest of my curls, you know? Oh man. But it's been a pretty good week, pretty chill week. I haven't been doing too much this week. I'm supposed to be doing a lot because family member is off work, so we're doing some stuff. But obviously they have other things to do. Bringing people to get new glasses or visiting old friends. So I'm home by myself recording this video right now. So it's been a pretty chill week for me. I've just been going to the gym and stuff. I need to get this stuff recorded before basically tomorrow, because we're doing stuff starting tomorrow, so I need to get this stuff finished. So we're getting this recorded, and then I need to get next week's video also recorded, because I'm away. So we are working on all this stuff. But let's jump straight into it. First thing is, I watched X-Men 97 this week. Absolutely loved it. Oh my god, it was some of the best X-Men material I've ever seen. Now, I'm not the biggest X-Men fan, alright? And I know I said last week, I'm back in the Marvel sphere. I was a Marvel hater for 5 years, right? I was a Marvel hater since the new movie started coming out. Did I watch it? Yes, I watched a lot of it. Did I enjoy it? Yes, I enjoyed a lot of the early shows, but I still hated them because they were TV shows. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Marvel movies should be that Marvel movies. I'm the same with DC. I'll stand by that. Movies are so much better. You get their big events. I get that. It's a day out with my mates. TV shows just aren't like that, and they feel so much harder to get involved, to catch up to and get involved in. They're just not the same. I don't want to, TV shows connecting into my movies. Either do a TV universe or a movie universe. I don't want both. I really don't want them crossing mediums. The only time I find that acceptable is if it's a short-term series, Haikyuu, for example. It's basically just a special season of the anime. It's not all, it's part of the story. It's not part of hundreds of different stories at the same time. That's why I feel like movies for individual shows is fine, but oh my god, for Marvel, I hate the TV shows. Just the concept of the TV shows altogether. I really do. And I'm gonna watch some of them now. I'm really interested in Punisher and stuff, but I'm still annoyed by it. I'm still annoyed by the idea of it, I don't know. It's just something that annoys me, man. Nothing I can do about it. But genuinely, Marvel, X-Men 97, right, is kind of separate, because it's completely separate from the MCU. It's just a standalone show. It is kind of connected with other TV shows that we haven't seen in a while, like Spider-Man 94, which is the only one I watched. And that's really cool. I enjoyed that. I loved Spider-Man 94. But X-Men 97 is fantastic. It's probably my favorite adaptation of the X-Men. I really enjoyed the first season. I'm a big Magneto fan now. And unfortunately, it made me commit a cardinal sin, which is very sad. I finished X-Men 97 and immediately thought, I want to play Magneto in Marvel Rivals. And that's when I knew my life was over. I decided, no, my life is about to end. So yeah, we downloaded Marvel Rivals, which I'm very sad about. But what can you do? I'm currently playing Magneto. I'm pretty shit at the game. I used to be good at Overwatch. I stopped playing Overwatch when 2 came out, and I haven't gone back. My friends, went back a little bit and played with my friends a couple of times, and one of my buddies is big into Overwatch. But to be honest with you, and Marvel Rivals, like, I know it gets slandered for its character designs, but I mean, they're cool. You know what I mean? And you have the skins are based on the comics and the movies, so you can have whatever you want. You know? I do not like, by the way, I went into it and I was like, the X-Men 97 skin for Magneto is like locked now because it was on an older battle pass. Bro, just let me buy it. Let me buy it, you pricks, alright? Let me buy the Magneto skin. Anyway, the Magneto 97 skin. But yeah, I'm not going to play it that much. I'll play it like every now and then. You know, I'm more of a single player guy, but yeah, Marvel is more likely to keep my attention for a hero shooter than Overwatch because I think Overwatch, I enjoyed the lore, but there's just so much lore with Marvel. And also, I'm always going to be reinvigorated with Spider-Man every couple of years, with Iron Man if I rewatch the movies. Like, I'm always going to be reinterested in Marvel characters, whereas it's not going to happen with Overwatch. There's nothing keeping me there with Overwatch unless I play it with mates. You know, whereas with Marvel, it's like, shiny new season of X-Men. Oh my god, let's play Marvel Rivals. You know what I mean? Like, it's that sort of thing. And I know that's what they want, and that is exactly the type of person I am. You know, I'm not going to play it that much, but I will probably drop in and out as I get reinvested in Marvel as things come along. There's obviously going to be bad parts of Marvel. I'm going to have years like I did for the last 5 years where I just wasn't feeling Marvel. But you know what? As I've come to realize, I take the good with the bad. I acknowledge what I like and I just say, fuck everything else. Do you know what I mean? I've come to that conclusion a lot lately. With Star Wars, I'm never watching another new Star Wars thing ever again. I have decided Star Wars, I like the first 6 movies. Yeah, I like the prequels. And that's it. I only care about that. I am never watching a Star Wars thing ever again, no matter what. I'm not going to. Alright? Unless they make another Clone Wars season. But, like, I've given up on Star Wars completely. And I've accepted it, right? Same with, like, I don't know. Same with, like, if Marvel never gets good again, I still have those original 22 movies that I really enjoy. And I'm going to be happy with them and move on. Like, I'm going to enjoy what I enjoy and just not worry that they're ruining the canon. It's the same with Naruto and Boruto, man. Like, Boruto can do whatever it wants. I am keeping up with it because my friend's a big fan of it. But it's not going to change my opinion of Naruto because I like Naruto. And Dragon Ball Z, like, I like the sequels to Dragon Ball Z. But the sequels aren't changing my opinion on how good Dragon Ball Z is because Dragon Ball Z stands alone as like some amazing story, amazing action, just in general, so amazing. And yes, the sequels are good, but they're just not the same. But that it's not ruining my opinion. It is what it is. I'll enjoy what I get out of it. You know what I mean? I've gotten to that stage in life. I used to worry a lot about canons as a kid. Like, as a teenager, I was, like, really invested. And you'll see in some of these videos I'm giving out about canon and shit. Bro, if it's good, it's good. If it's shit, I'm just going to ignore it. It's as simple as that. And coming to that conclusion has made me really, like, kind of fall back into love with Marvel because I've just been watching the stuff I want to watch and not watching the stuff I don't want to watch. Because you know what? Google recaps exist, and that's the greatest thing ever, you know? I do not have... And actually, going back over it, like looking back over it, they really don't have anything. I don't know if the TV shows have been the main thing, but there's been like 5 movies in the last 5 years, and 2 of them have been good. I was going over Disney Plus. I was like, maybe I'll rewatch a bunch of movies. Like, yeah, no, they haven't had that many movies, but they've also had some shit TV shows. So like, I just don't care. And like, I probably like more movies in the newer phases than most people. I like Wakanda Forever. I like the Multiverse of Madness. I like Thunderbolts. I like all the new Spider-Man films. Like, I like those movies, and anything else I haven't seen or just chose not to see. Like, I didn't want to see Brand New Day in theaters after a while. Like, I had the chance, and I was sitting at home, and I was like, oh man, but I'm replaying Xenoblade 3. And I was like, do I care more about this brand new day or do I care about Xenoblade 3? And Xenoblade 3 is always going to be the answer because it's my favorite video game of all time. So, it is what it is, right? And I've come to that same conclusion with video games. Like, I love getting invested in fandoms, getting invested in communities. I love that shit. And this is why I don't mind toxic takes on the internet, because it's just all fun. It's all, like, just take it with a grain of salt, right? People are going to be raging the way they rage. I don't even know if these people are real. Half of them could be bots, And I just enjoy myself. I enjoy it with a bit of popcorn, with a cup of tea. You know what I mean? That's what life's all about, baby. Cup of tea is what life's all about. Cup of tea and enjoying the chaos. And it's the same with video games. Now, I'm trying to get more involved in video games. They just take up so much time. Like, watching 100 movies in a year is less time consuming than playing one video game. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing with video games. And I love video games, but I have such a limited time to actually enjoy the medium. It's kind of sad. Like, it's a sad point with the medium and the way the medium is going with, like, Sony and everything. I'll just move on and just watch movies for the rest of my life and never play games again. Like, it's getting to that stage because I only buy games on sale, and I buy like 2 games a year, and then that goes out the window for Nintendo. Nintendo have me invested, and yes, my principles that I'm standing on with Sony are much easier to stand on because I only care about like the God of War games and the Spider-Man games, and like I just know I can like bring myself not to play them. Whereas Xenoblade is different. I will buy a system with Xenoblade on it. I will. And like, I'll play Xenoblade. My principles be damned. Unless they're literally like killing people to make the consoles, it's going to be very hard for me not to play Xenoblade. You know what I mean? But again, that could change. Like, whatever their principle is, whether it's all digital or whether you can only rent the games or something, that could really like just piss me off. And then I'm like, yeah, no, I'm never touching that again. And I'm happy with what I have and I'll take what I have, but I'm never touching it again, Like, I've never felt this way about a medium before, where it feels like I love the medium, but I'm so close to just being like, yeah, I don't have to play video games ever again. Like, it's such a weird feeling to, like, movies is like, I could never imagine not watching movies. I could never imagine not listening to music. I could imagine not watching TV, because movies exist. Movies and music. Like, TV shows and games I could live without for the rest of my life. Whereas like movies and like TV shows is hard because like that includes anime, right? And One Piece. But manga exists, But like movies and music are just eternal, bro. They really are eternal. Like, it's so hard to move away from those mediums. They're like they're so consumable, they're so accessible, they're just great, man. Like, I don't know, they're a different level. And I love games, right? Some like Xenoblade 3 and the whole Xenoblade franchise is literally some of the best storytelling, best music, best gameplay, best everything I've ever experienced in my life. And I've experienced it already. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. That's the thing, man. Sony just really bummed me out. They genuinely really bummed me out. I don't know, I've been thinking about that a lot. No, it's not going to happen because I don't think they're going to go too far, because people just, again, will stop playing them because video games are expensive. They're not music in movies, so they're not like a necessity in life. Whereas I think music especially is a necessity in life. I don't think anyone could go without music for a lot of people, obviously, unless you physically have to go without music. But like, most people aren't going to go without music in their lives. I think music is the most like required medium of entertainment is music. Outside of it, like, life without music is I couldn't imagine it. I couldn't imagine. Music is so important to my entertainment compared to every other medium. Like, I listen to music every second of every day, almost, especially when I'm working out. That could be difficult, man. But yeah, I don't know. That's a weird tangent to go on out of nowhere, but what can you do? But saying that now, I'm going to talk about a game I'm really enjoying at the minute, which is Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts. I'm really excited about Kingdom Hearts right now. I'm really enjoying it. I know I'm gonna like it, but I have my friend. It's one of my friend's favorite games, so obviously I'm gonna play it. He's been recommending it for years. Now I will say, this guy, as much as I love him, he gets on your ass about recommendations all the time, which I get. All right, I do get it, but like saying it's gonna be better than my favorite game of all time, like I feel like that's setting unfair expectations for your own game, bro. And like to be fair, look, he's got a good track record with like TV shows, right? TV shows and some games, you know. Even though I will say I don't give him full credit for his game recommendations because he recommended the Yakuza game series before having touched those games. So that was just a vibe based. That was just a vibe based pick. And although your vibe was right, you didn't touch those games, so I feel like it doesn't count. And again, Persona 3, bro, I was gonna play it eventually. You just rushed it ahead, you know, because I already played 5. So yeah, I don't know. It's a tough thing. It's a tough one, but I played it on recommendation. I'm having a lot of fun, right? Generally, yeah. But I do think that a lot because I don't like recommendations are fun. I put them on a list, but I don't like touch recommendations a lot. I don't know about you. Like obviously it's important to play and watch some recommendations your friend gives you because like obviously like come on, right? It's like show friendship or whatever. But like it just goes on a list of priorities. Like a lot of the time things come and go. Like, you know, I have a shit ton of games I have to play. One of my buddies wants me to play Earthbound and stream Mother 3. So I need to finish Earthbound first, which I need to do. Because this guy has been asking me to do this for over 10 years and I haven't touched it. So yeah, I gotta get a move on with this. But then again, it's like I don't recommend things either. Like I talk about shit here because I feel like this is fun. This is a way I can talk about whatever I want. But yeah, like it's gotten to the stage where I'm thinking, man, like I think the only game I ever recommended this guy is Three Houses, and he hated it. So I don't know, man. Sometimes you don't know someone's taste, right? You feel like it's up someone's alley, like I'm 100% because it's like every other game he's ever recommended me is the exact same as this game, except for the gameplay. But the gameplay is not what he doesn't like. I don't understand how you can't like the Three Houses characters. I actually don't. I've been thinking about that a lot. The reason I'm thinking about that is because of the direct. I don't understand it, man. Three Houses characters are really well done, really well written, and I think the only way you can't like them is if you haven't played the game for that long. But I'm never gonna hold that against someone. You know, that's why I'm going on about recommendations is an interesting thing, right? Because I've been thinking about that a lot, especially with video games. Like with shows and TV, it's a much lower ceiling of entry, but video games, man, they're so time consuming. Like I've been trying, like I love video games, right? Don't get me wrong. I love so many things. I love food. I love exercise. I love movies. I love music. I love tea. I love steak. I love Guinness. I love Corona. I love a lot of things in life. I love a lot of things. You know, I'm starting to love card games. I love manga. Oh, I'm starting to like comics. You know, I like yoga. I love swimming. I love football. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of things I love in life. There's a lot of things I do. And I often find that like every other hobby does not invest my time as much as video games. And I'm just sitting here like damn, it's so hard to justify as the time goes on. And that's why I like this channel, because it's an excuse to justify it because I get to talk about it. You know what I mean? But it's an interesting topic and I've been thinking about it a lot. Because most of the things good for a good friend of mine, one of my closest friends. Most of the things he recommends me are video games. But that's what got me thinking. I'm not like this is a conversation isn't about him specifically. I'm just using him as a reference point. It's about the idea of how much investment games take. So like the recommendation comes with a heavy like time investment compared to every other medium, maybe besides like books like One Piece or fucking Index, right? Which is also another thing I have to get to at some stage. I was meant to watch all of Desperate Housewives by June. Did not happen, so I have to read the entirety of Index. So wish me luck. I've got a lifetime to do it though, so God. Oh God. We'll see if it's any good. But yeah, back to Kingdom Hearts, because I feel like I've taught, the point is basically that games are investing a lot of my time, and with the way the game industry is going, with the price of games and how Sony is taking it, I feel like the magic's going to be lost. I really do. So, Nintendo and Steam are basically keeping this industry afloat right now. So please, lads, please, I'm surviving on my Switch 2, most beautiful console of all time. Please, man, I love the Switch 2 so much. Yeah. Well, Kingdom Hearts. I actually do want to talk about Kingdom Hearts for a bit before I move on to that rant again, because that's gonna happen constantly because of the Sony shit. I feel like the Sony shit just brings it back up constantly, but I do want to bring up the Kingdom Hearts because I have been playing a lot. I do love it. It brought back my love for Disney a bit. Like, again, I have friends who struggle a lot to support Disney because of the stuff that Disney does and the corporation. But I find it really hard to, obviously I hold certain corporations to a higher standard. Yeah, obviously I do. There's certain things that companies do that I can't accept. I don't know a lot about what Disney does. I just know they're the biggest scumbag company on the planet, right? I know that is true. I know that for a fact. I don't know the details, but I remember being told the details years ago and how disgusted, the disgusted nature of what it was. I know it's there. I know they're breaking loads of what you call it, human rights, probably something like that, because people are disgusted by Disney. They're a horrible company. So obviously this is my opinion, and it's from what I heard and I don't remember, but Disney are that, right? They're supposed to be the worst of the worst company wise. Yeah. And companies in general are terrible, right? We know this. This is generally, you have to be a company. It's just a thing we accept in life. But it's also the thing where I don't want to not enjoy the stuff things are putting out. We can fight for better, for companies to be less shitty and also enjoy art. Art, you know what I mean? Which is what... Why is Kingdom Hearts bringing this out of me, bro? I do not know. I don't know what I'm waffling on about. But yeah, my whole point in this is I'm getting back into the old Disney movies, bro. That's my whole point. I'm please don't crucify me for liking Disney movies, because I know they're a shitty company, but their old movies are pretty good. That's my whole point. But whatever. You're supporting a bad corporation no matter what you do. It's the corporation's issue, not the consumers. The consumer has to fight for better rights for the people involved in the company, but I don't know, man. It is some heavy shit, bro. I talk about it with the same guy recommending me Kingdom Hearts all the time, and unless I say it out loud, I actually don't realize how heavy this shit is. Holy fuck! But it's interesting though. It's interesting. I'm probably gonna try and avoid these heavy topics from in the future because they're very nuanced, and I'm not. I'm trying to have fun. It's really hard to have nuanced conversations, especially on the internet. So, and I don't know all the information. I'm just spitting out my hole. I don't, do research for these videos. These are off the dome. It's literally just me having an excuse to have a cup of tea and talk shit. So, anything's just basically my opinion unless I literally say, oh, I found this in an article or I found this in a fucking book, you know? Yeah, I should probably just stop talking about this dumb shit. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, my whole point was I'm enjoying Kingdom Hearts. It's making me really enjoy the old movies again, bringing back that love for the old movies. The only movie I haven't seen is Nightmare Before Christmas, so I have to watch that. I want to rewatch Hercules. I want to rewatch, basically all of them. Beauty and the Beast, man. You know what also, by the way? Represent Bolt. Represent Bolt, lads. That's what I'm saying. I've been seeing some Bolt slander in the world right now, and I don't accept it. I don't accept it. Bolt is a great movie. You can all fuck off. Right, let me get this boy. Let me get my boy. I've had this guy since I was 5 years old. First trip to Disneyland Paris. Oh, this guy's my goat, bro. I love this guy. Where is he at? Where's he at? Bolt's gonna make a cameo. I've had this guy for years. He's at the end of my bed. Look at this. Look at this go. Had him for like 15 plus years at this stage. Yeah, man. Look at this guy. People are shitting on your movie, bro. I'm not having it. What? I'm not having it. Yeah, bro. Look at this. What an iconic duo, man. My dad used to do voices for this guy when I was a kid. Some of my favorite memories. My dad would just say the most like unhinged stuff as Bolt, and it was just hilarious, bro. I loved it. I loved it so much. That's one thing I really liked about my parents was their ability to like just go from like really serious to really goofy. Like that is something I really want to have as well, because it's just such a good combination. I have such good memories of my parents just being super silly and super fun, and that's always gonna stick with me. And it's stuff like that, you know. Oh man, I I've mad respect for my parents, bro. It's crazy. I just every time I think of Bolt, I think of that because it's just pure whimsy, man. It's pure whimsy, bro. I'm so glad the way I was raised, I have that whimsy. It makes my life so much better. It really does. And like that's what I'm saying. Look at this go. Look at this guy, man. Absolute legend. Let me put him on my head. I'm gonna have a bit of fun with this. Right, let me see if I can stick it on my head and get the cup of tea as well. No. Okay, come on. Come on. It's all about whimsy. It's all about whimsy. I hope he better be in Kingdom Hearts at some stage or the games are shit. Alright. Fuck, the fucking mic's in the way. Let me move it. This is the screen. This is the thumbnail, by the way. This is why I'm trying so hard. Oh yeah. Now that's gonna be the internet forever, but let's go. Bolt's my goat, man. People need to put respect on his name. Like, oh my god, I'm looking back at all these movies and I'm like, damn, people don't respect Bolt enough. And he should be in Kingdom Hearts. I also think the lack of Final Fantasy is crazy. And that brings up a whole thing with Disney. Apparently, they're very controlling about the rights to Kingdom Hearts, which I understand. But like, mate, just like it's fun. I don't know why Disney are letting such a fun thing happen. They're not a fun company. I don't know how Kingdom Hearts gets off the ground. I really don't. I hate like. It's not something. It's not a Disney thing. It's not a fun thing to be doing. You know, it's like Kingdom Hearts is fun. It's weird. It's wacky. It doesn't feel like a Disney thing. It doesn't feel super corporate, which is really weird. For Disney. I know Square Enix is involved, so that could change it a little bit. But even Square Enix have their corporate feel to them now a little bit. Again, companies feel the exact same all the time. You know, that's how it is. But you know, it is what it is. But I am really enjoying it. It is bringing back like that Disney childhood feeling while also having like a Final Fantasy story, which is really cool. You know, I really like Sora. I think he's funny. The old art style does him wonders. It's just a really fun game. Like that's the best way to describe it. It's just fun. It's whimsical. It brings back that feeling of childhood. Donald and Goofy are the absolute legends that they've always been, man. You know what I mean? It's the best combination. It's a great combination for a trio. I think it's cool. I think you can involve the Final Fantasy characters more and have like Final Fantasy worlds. That would be pretty cool, but I know that doesn't happen. That's something I've been warned on before, so I'm not getting too invested. But yeah. I'm pretty sure Bolt is Disney or is Pixar, so I might never see him in Kingdom Hearts, which is desperately sad because, as we've established, Bolt is the GOAT. And I will rewatch this film before one or two, like let's say episode 5. I'll rewatch it before episode 5. And if this movie is terrible, oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Because I'm like, alright, I've been making lists for about good few years now, just because I want to have a top 100 of every medium I enjoy, because I want to feel well versed in these mediums, and also it gives you an excuse to just talk shit. I've shown this list to loads of people, like my movie list. I've shown to people in bars constantly, and it starts conversations, and it's just like, now it's a shit show for me because people don't agree with my list, but it's fun to talk about, people to be wailing on you, to be showing your own list, and it's good fun. It makes for a fun time, and then people argue with you all the time, so it's cool. It's really fun. It makes me think about movies, TV shows, and it's very hard to rank music. I won't rank music. Music is like very mood based. I will say my favorite song of all time is Grace by the Wolftones. Uh, I was made sing that song for the 100th year anniversary of the 1916 Rising, and I have loved that song ever since. I learned that song with my grandmother, and she helped me learn to sing it and learn to sing the bits off by heart, and that is one of my favorite memories with my grandmother I will ever have. Uh, Absolute legend, by the way. I'm gonna just glaze my family here because, like, that's part of the reason I make these videos, is to have like a permanent record permanent record that I can like look back on just as memories as the years go on. That's why I really want to do episodes that like all my family members at some stage. I'd love to do an episode with my grandmother. Oh my god, that'd be fantastic. Unfortunately, it could never go up. It would have to be private, but it would be a dream come true. I just want to have like records. I went through a phase where I was looking. So my other grandmother, unfortunately died when I was very young, and I don't remember her voice. And trying to find a video of her speaking was actually like my hero's journey, man. It was a desperate journey, and I was like looking and looking, and there was a VHS tape of her 60th birthday hidden away in the attic somewhere after like 5 years of looking. Like, like my dad was looking for ages. My aunties and uncles were looking for ages. This is like a quest. This was a family quest, man. There was nothing because she didn't speak at my parents' wedding or anything. She got her brother. She got her son to speak. My uncle, and I remember being so pissed. I remember we were watching the wedding video because it was the same with my granddad, and I was like, all right, yeah, my granddad's speaking. He gets up for a minute. He starts to cry. It's like, yeah, your daughter's getting married. Fair enough. Right, but you can understand what he sounds like. You're like, yeah, grand. Then she gets up to speak, gives the microphone to my uncle, and I'm just like, no! Why did you do this to me? I was fuming, bro. I was actually so pissed. I was so pissed. You have no idea. But like it was a journey, and she was dressed up. I saw this video, right? She was dressed in like this red coat, these sunglasses, bro. She actually just looked like a mafia boss. It was so cool. It was genuinely so cool. The kindest woman you will ever meet, just dressed up like a mafia boss for her 60th birthday. It was unintentional, but it just looked like that, bro. It was so funny. But like, yeah, no. I want to get people on these podcasts just to have memories of them and to have it recorded. That's kind of my only reason, my main reason for doing this. Like, I enjoy it, but it's also really cool that I can look back at this at any stage, you know? I think it's really cool. I have like a document of my entire life, like looking, and I like that it's talking about entertainment because like that is just fun. That's what entertainment's all about. Like this form of entertainment, and like I can talk about serious topics, but I make sure I'm not that researched on it because I don't want to be super serious about things at the end of the day. Like really serious issues, I will not talk about. That is not my place. Go watch a Sandpiper for that. He's a more researched, more researched and more understanding of the issues going around the world. And also, I'm not in America, so sometimes they don't involve me very much. And even if they do, it's difficult issues. Things that difficult issues and hard topics are just kind of boring, man. I don't want that for people. I want people to be able to enjoy this. That's why even when I move on to talk about how bad companies are, the only reason I'm willing to talk about companies is because companies, no matter how bad they are, we can all get behind the fact that companies are bad because they're always trying to fuck over the consumers for more money. So even the best companies are trying to do that. So they're by nature bad. So there's no, I don't it's just a statement. It's it's a true statement, right? Even if I were to start a company today, it's the same thing, and you just have to accept it as a way of life, right? And it's unfortunate, but it is just the way it is. And That's why I don't feel too bad about talking about company issues like that. But when it comes to actual major issues, it's like, bro, I'm not qualified for this. I'm a dumb guy sitting in his room talking about random shit on the internet, man. I'm not qualified for this at all. You know? Uh, but I'm just having fun, and I just want my, I don't know, shit to be recorded so I can look back and hear myself talk and see how I've changed. You know? And I'd love to have like my parents, my brother. We used to do an old podcast together. Right? Those videos are up there. That's gonna be cool to look back on now. You know, I'll be able to see that there's some stuff I really just want to do that for that reason alone, just to have that there. You know, I just think it'd be really nice to be able to look back on that type of stuff constantly. Like I've been really enjoying this. I when I was a kid and I started doing this and I was getting really into it, I was like, oh, this could be a job, right? I was like, oh, this could be a job. This is fun. Like, and now, right? It'd be cool if it was. It'd be cool if it was. But like, never aiming for that. I'm just aiming to have fun because, like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna have a normal job until unless this is making like $1 million a month. I'm gonna have a normal job because I feel like I want this to be fun. I don't want to have to feel like I have to make this super serious and have loads of editing techniques and all this shit. I just want to have fun. I just want to. That's why I take from creators a lot like Moist Critical or Tekken 101 because I feel like that's the most fun I get out of making videos is literally just talking shite to the camera. You know, uh, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong for that. Why is Kingdom Hearts make me talk like semi philosophically? I don't know. I really don't know. It's a weird week for me. Um, Talking with my family was weird, very weird. Oh, man, Grace. Yeah, we were talking about music. Grace is such a great song. If you haven't seen it, listen to it. Um, the Wolf Tones one is the most common one that I know. I don't think it would. I don't know where it originally came from. The Wolf Tones one is the one I know because it's the one that I listen to currently. I don't even know if it was the one that I was being taught for the ceremony in school, but like, it's a beautiful song. So about this man who was in basically a revolution, right, to try and free our country from English rule. And when he gets captured, he's going to be executed. And before he gets executed, he he decides to marry his longtime girlfriend, and it's a song about that and about the fact he's going to die tomorrow. And it's just beautiful. I don't know why, and like there's emotions to it. Obviously, like there's emotions tied to it. I learned how to sing it with my grandmother, and I'm not even as good as I used to be. I used to know it off when I was like 10, literally when I was 10, right? And there's emotions tied to that song that other songs can probably never replicate. You know what I mean? Like it's the only music's the only thing I can't rank. Like that song is definitely number one, but I don't know anything else. You know what I mean? Like I honestly don't know how to like rank anything else outside of my number one favorite song. Being that, like my number one artist is not the Wolf Tones. Like that's a standalone song. My number one artist is like there's not much like emotion to it. I just loved it growing up, and I have memories of like dancing with my family with him. Like Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars is like I don't know. I don't know. He'll always probably be my favorite. I think his music I've been listening to since I was a kid. Me and my family love. Me and my mother love. And oh man, that's like I don't. That was a good time. That was a really good time listening to Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars, like you know what I mean. But it doesn't have the same emotion as Grace when it comes to like picking my favorite song. You know, there's not like Grace has some emotion to it, like that relationship. I do like that my mom is also a big fan of Bruno Mars because that's a big thing for us. I haven't like I like having things with each of my family members. I really do. Like my brother, it's like sports, video games, and like just everything in general. We're close in age. We can talk about a lot of shit. My brother's a very interesting person. I love picking his brain. He's a very fun guy, you know? A great guy as well. I'm so proud of him. I'm so like yeah, I don't talk about it much because his life is completely separate to this. But I'm so proud of that little fucker. Oh my god, man. Thinking about it, man, the stuff like oh man, that I wish I had that mental strength. Like I try every day to have that mental strength. He's incredible. He is. You know? And but anyway, yeah, I like to have connections with with my dad, it's like Again, it's football. We just chat shit. We have coffee together. We want to listen to podcasts, sports, any type of sport. We just chill. Movies. I have a lot of things with like my dad. It's just kind of hanging out and having fun. Like there's not like specific things. It's a lot of just drinking coffee and talking shit and listening to podcasts. That shit's fun. Playing a bit of football on the grass. You know, it's the simple shit. With my mom, it was always swimming growing up. It was always like swimming, and I like learning to cook from her and learning to bake and shit, and that was always really cool. And then as I got older, there were other things like we both like drinking wine, and like I don't want to sound like an alcoholic, but like we both like I like to dance as well. I like doing all this shit as I can. Like obviously I can't dance as well as others, so I'm very limited with my dancing skills being on a walking stick, but I can dance as well as I can. And there's a lot of stuff like as I got older, there's a lot of stuff I like to do with my mom, whether it's go to concerts or, um, just in general, go to concerts. Kind of hanging out with my mom is interesting because she's like Nathan. Her mindset, like her mind, is very much like my brother's. So it's also very interesting to figure out. Um, but yeah, I like doing a lot of stuff. Whether it's swimming, cooking, dancing, music in general with my mom, and then my nan. My nan is like a combination of everything. You know what I mean? I just do it. I hang out a lot with my nan, and we watch dumb TV shows, watch dumb movies, go to have lunch, and talk about the past a lot. We talk about like memories and life and very philosophical shit. It's really interesting to talk to someone who's been through that much stuff. Like there's a connection I have with everyone in my family, and I think that's great. And that's what I love about this as well. Like I'd love to put that on this at some stage. Like have people, like whether friends or family, to just have a record of it. Be really cool. I don't know. I talking about these people. Like this is the thing. This is why I wanted to turn. This is why I wanted to do something like this. Because yeah, this is a very serious episode. I'm like talking about memories and like actual memories I've had growing up. And like it's weird to talk about it here, but it's like also I don't know, I just wanted to see if it worked. I wanted to see if I felt like good doing it. Because I had stuff to talk about. And I will talk about them later on. Like I didn't get to touch on X-Men 97 that much. Which was very weird. I don't know why I got like this. I really don't know what's getting into me talking about this. I've been sitting here making these videos again for a while since January. I quit for a couple of months while I kind of thought I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking about quitting, but I just enjoy it. I just have fun. Like this is what I just love to do, and I just thought, man, I was looking back and seeing old videos of myself, and I was like, damn, it's what I love about it. And which is why I did that point of like talking about different parts. I like what I love about hanging out with my family in different ways is because I like people to know. I like there to be a record of that, just to look back on. Because there's just so much about life. Like I definitely did not have the toughest life compared to other people, right? I had a tough childhood, obviously with the cerebral palsy, it was tough, right? Obviously, it was tough. I was in a lot of pain, a lot of the time until I had surgeries as like a 17-year-old to fix the pain, right? So a lot of my childhood was in a lot of pain, but I had these amazing people around me to make it a lot better, and I made some amazing friends and had some amazing time. And I think bringing me around to these events and being involved in a lot of parts of people's lives made it so much easier to just love life. And I just like I don't know, I love talking about it. I love loving life because I know people that have gone through tougher things. Obviously, disability is a very tough thing. It's an extremely tough thing that even sort of like depending on how severe your disability is, it can be soul shattering. But I feel like life can be hard, but really feeling the positivity in life sometimes, just like even talking about it, being a bit delusional about how great life is sometimes, it helps. It really does help. Like I've been trying to be like that a lot lately and really be appreciative of what I have. And that has really helped me like kind of just enjoy shit, man. I have stuff I need to work on. I have things I want that I haven't got that I'm working towards, but man, you just gotta enjoy life, and I want to kind of spread that with these videos. Like, I love complaining, right? I do love complaining as well. Don't get me wrong. I love being a negative Nancy as much as the next guy, so I'll do the same thing. Like, I'll follow my own methodology in my own mindset, but it doesn't mean I'm not gonna moan about stuff on the internet about companies or about games or about what I don't like. Like, that's part of what I love about life as well. I get to do that shit, you know. But yeah, it was a weird video today, weird podcast episode. Probably won't get like this again. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put this up because I want to. I don't know, but also I know none of my family watches this much of my videos, so I won't have they won't see this. It'll be just for me if I want to go back to this. But man, I don't know. It was so weird. Kingdom Hearts got me talking about this. Maybe that will give the movie a heads up. I've been feeling real nostalgic. Maybe it got me this nostalgic, bro. All right, it does something to me. It might do something to me. Maybe I have to think about it. Maybe I have to think about it a lot more. It got me thinking a lot. Memories, man. Oh, man. You just gotta enjoy it. You just gotta enjoy it. What the fuck is the main topic of this video gonna be? Probably both. It will probably have to be both, or like Kingdom Hearts, but I don't actually talk about Kingdom Hearts that much. So we're gonna actually move on to time of the game, and not this serious shit. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. The combat's fun. And my friend was like, Neverland kind of sucks, bro. Neverland's like one of the best worlds in the game. It's short. It has like a Captain Hook is a cool villain. Shadow Sora. You get to fly. Peter Pan is ass, but like the rest of it's grand. You know? You get funny scenes with sitting on top of Goofy and Donald. I don't know. People, and it like progresses the Kyrie plotline a little bit. Like, I don't know why people dislike Neverland. Personally, my favorite land so far might be Agrabah. Maybe. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of the Tarzan world. And I feel like the beginning worlds were not as good. Like, Traverse Town was nice. The like constantly going back and forth and getting new story from Traverse Town is cool. I think Agrabah is when I fell in love with the game, like proper. And then like obviously I did like Halloween Town. And then Neverland, like as the game is getting going, I'm enjoying it more and more. So I feel like maybe Neverland might be my favorite because it's short and sweet and progresses the plot in a fun way. Either that or like Agrabah. I really enjoyed that. The Aladdin world. I enjoyed the boss fights. I enjoyed like the character progression. I don't know. I enjoyed Jafar as a villain. I enjoyed Genie, obviously. But I do think maybe Neverland tops it for me currently. I know the Colosseum. The Colosseum's been fun as well, but there hasn't been that much story currently. I know there's more to it, but I haven't gotten to it yet, so I can't say anything about the Colosseum. It's like progressing over the course of time. I don't know. I am excited, obviously, but I don't know. I don't know where this game is going. I don't know how it's gonna end. But I'm enjoying it a lot. Again, I'm very nostalgic. Give me that Disney feel. I like the gameplay. I really like the gameplay. I don't know how to describe it, but it's just really fun and the different versions of it. The only world I actively disliked was Atlantica. I didn't enjoy that at all. I know that's a lukewarm take. Everyone says that, but like it was just shit. I really like Goofy and Donald. Goofy and Donald are really sick. I enjoy the hell out of Goofy and Donald. They're funny when they show up, and it's just funny to go into first person mode and see Goofy's teeth. Like, I don't know why that's funny to me, but it just is. I get a good laugh out of that every single time. This tea has been lasting a long ass time, bro. What a weird day. What a weird day. And then I haven't really been doing anything else. Like, I've been watching X-Men 97. I rewatched Spider-Man Brand New Day, so I'm getting into my Marvel phase again. As I said, I'm committing the cardinal sin. Marvel Rivals. So, you know, but what can you do? Anyway, that's it for me. Cup of tea now, lads. And with that being said, thanks for watching this weird episode of the podcast. I'm gonna be a bit experimental from here and now. Like, obviously, I don't want to talk too much about my life and my family. I don't know. I felt very much. I was thinking about why I did these videos, and I was thinking about like wanting to remember, wanting to go like. I was thinking, man, like I want to remember in case something ever happens to me and I can't remember this shit. I want to remember how I felt about these people, or at least the things that I connected with them on growing up, and what I connected. Like I don't know, man. Just I don't know. It's really. I'm in a really weird headspace. I don't know what's going on. I actually don't know what's going on. Maybe Disney just maybe old Disney cartoons are making me nostalgic. I have no idea. Maybe that's why. But yeah, I've been. Fuck man, I don't like this. I don't like doing this on camera. I don't know why my head's like this right now. But it's fun. It's fun to think like this. I don't know. It's fun to think about the people who helped you along the way. Life's interesting the way it goes. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with these fucking videos, man. I really don't. I don't. I have no idea. I'm making this podcast because I feel like this is the most fun for me. And I feel like it's gonna be really really strange for the first couple episodes till I get into the groove of things. But hopefully you'll be with me for that journey and experience my dopey ass figure out what he wants to do with this. Because yeah, fuck. Abracadabra. Yeah, there we go. Cheers, everybody. Have a good day. Hope you have a fantastic one. And give a hug to your loved ones for me, lads. Love yous. Have a great day. Cheers, lads. Oh, fuck.